if you're stuck financially, like no matter how hard you work, you never get ahead. Trust me, I've been there. I used to believe all the wrong things about money, making the same mistakes over and over and over again. But then I made 7 powerful changes that completely transformed my financial life. And here's the thing, most people, they never ever figure these things out during their entire life, okay? I'm about to share the exact shifts that took me from struggling to thriving. Some of them might even surprise you. If you're ready to break free from financial stress, keep watching this video because this could change everything for you. Let's dive in. But first, this is Powerful Money Habits. I'm your host, Dr. Stephanie Aldridge, and I like to talk about money and habits that can help improve your life. If you're new to the channel and like the video, please hit the subscribe button down below. All right, let's get back to the show. So the first thing I stopped doing is I stopped thinking like a poor person. Instead of seeing money as something that was always running out, I started seeing it as something that I could control and grow. I shifted from a scarcity mindset of, I can't afford that, right? I can't do it because I can't afford it. I shifted it to an abundance mindset, asking myself, how can I afford this? What do I have to do different to be able to afford that? This simple shift led me to opportunities that I had ignored before, that were right in front of my face. The next thing I stopped doing is I started paying myself first. Okay, have you ever heard of that saying before? No matter what I used to do, I used to pay my bills first and then save whatever was left over, which usually wasn't much. Okay, I flipped the script and I started saving and investing first before anything else. This forced me to live on what remained, and my savings and retirement investments started growing faster than I ever thought possible because I actually put some money in there. I automated, and that way I didn't even have to think about it anymore. So I flipped that script and I did the opposite of what I was doing before. And to this day, I have a set amount that I want to save, and I work that into my budget each and every month, okay? And by doing that, I make it happen. This way, I am guaranteeing to hit my financial goals each and every time because I just do it automatically. It's not about being perfect with your investments. It's about actually putting some money into your accounts so that they can start working for you. If you don't put any money into it, it's never going to do anything, and you'll never build any wealth. The next thing I did is I took myself off of spending on autopilot. I used to swipe my card mindlessly, scrolling on the weekends or in the evenings and buying all kinds of stuff, and then wondering where my money went. What I started doing is I had to start tracking every dollar that I spent. Once I saw where my money was going, I cut that wasteful spending out. This made me more intentional with my money and allowed me to direct it towards things that truly matter to me. This is so easy to do if you actually pay attention to the numbers and do a little math, okay? But unfortunately, most people don't do this, and that's why they're living paycheck to paycheck. They don't realize that they can control their money and where it's going. The next thing is I started making money while I slept. At first, I was trading all my time for money, working a 9 to 5, right? I worked hard, but I really wasn't going anywhere, especially with my finances. I focused then on assets that paid me back, spending my money on those things like investments, cash flowing businesses, and passive income streams. So the book, and you've probably heard this, but have you really read it? It's called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I read it like 5 or 6 times, okay? Until I finally realized what the heck they were trying to tell me. And I finally got it, okay? and realized that I didn't have to work for money anymore, that the rich don't work for money. That's rule number 1 in that book. You can use your money to start multiplying it if you use it properly. It can multiply on its own without any effort from me. Now, even when I sleep, I know that my money is working for me and multiplying. The next thing I did is I stopped taking advice from the wrong people. I used to listen to people who were just as broke as I was, okay? That included my family, my friends, and even strangers on social media that probably didn't have any real wealth, okay? Instead, I started learning from people who actually had the results that I wanted to, and what this did was this shift helped me avoid common financial traps and build real wealth. I have learned not to listen to anyone that's not making more money than me. If they're not healthier, I don't listen to them. They're not making a better parent, I'm not listening to them. If they're not a better wife, friend, whatever, I don't listen to them, okay? But especially with my money. So one of my friends is an investment broker, and she's broker than I am, okay? I asked her when she's going to retire, and she said, probably 65. 65? I'll be retired 10 years earlier before she is, okay? If I listen to her, I'll be in the same boat. No thanks. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'd rather do what I'm doing with my finances and my money and be free from the rat race in the next 4 years and not 14. And you can do the same thing. Keep listening to this channel and I'll help you get there. The next thing I stopped doing is I learned the power of saying no. I used to say yes to everything. Every dinner invite, every impulse buy, every limited time offer. Have you been a sucker for those? Saying no to unnecessary spending freed up my money for the things that truly mattered. Yeah, it takes self-discipline, and that really is the key to my financial transformation, and it will be yours too if you decide to finally build some wealth and do the things in this. Stop doing these things and start building it. You can have some things that you want, but you can't have everything, okay? And you can't have everything you want at the same time. The next thing was I made financial growth a daily habit. Wealth isn't built in just one big move. I mean, for some people it is, but that's very rare and far in between, okay? It's about small, consistent choices that are made daily, okay? And weekly every time you get paid. I started reading about money, and I still do, and I love it. I watch all kinds of YouTube channels that are focused on wealth building and value creation, okay? Learning new skill sets and taking action every single day. And that's how I'm starting to grow my wealth and allow it to work for me instead of me working for it. Over time, these small habits added up, and my financial life is completely changed. The first thing I did was that I paid off my debt, okay? And this included my house. What I did, I followed Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps. It's so easy. And within 18 months, I was debt-free. Then I reread Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and that helped me to start accumulating assets that paid me. That's what I learned from that book. And now, that's all I invest in, okay, is assets that pay me monthly, like real estate and oil syndication, dividend ETFs, peer-to-peer lending, and private credit and equity companies. I will have enough money investments to pay for my lifestyle and more in less than 4 years from now, because I changed how I look at money and how I use it. And you can do it too, okay? These 7 changes completely transform my financial life, and I promise you, if you start applying even one of these things, one today, you'll start seeing the difference in your life too. The truth is, financial freedom doesn't happen overnight, but it also doesn't happen by accident, okay? It happens when you take control, you shift your mindset, and you make intentional choices with your money. So that's it for the show. Thanks for watching. Which shifts are you going to start with today? Okay, let me know down in the comments. You can learn more tips and tricks in my free book, Powerful Money Habits, Unleash Financial Freedom. You can get a copy in the description below, and make sure to watch my free masterclass where I helped a couple of students plan out their money goals using my 3-step process. And until next time, this is Powerful Money Habits.